Hey, my name's Trevor and welcome to my channel, Airbnb Max Profit. Really appreciate you tuning in. I hope you enjoy the content.
Make sure I believe the revenue number on that. 122 stays at least. Probably way more than that because not everyone leaves a review. Calendar has a patchwork of block dates. Looking forward, patchwork of block dates. 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, last month, 3 weeks ago, last month. We have a review recency. You trust the revenue number that AirDNA is giving me because I believe that this is a full-time short-term rental. Yeah, I can do this with the subject property. This is not a comp. All right, so the 150K that I'm going to put into the backyard, I think we'll be able to compete with this. We kind of glance to the left here. This house does not look like this new build hyper modern house. It looks like they dumped a ton of money into the backyard. Like I'm suggesting doing more evidence that that's what we need to do because this guy did that and now he's at the top of the list. You know, out of 700, we're only on like number 10. Arcade games, put a $30,000 budget in place for that. We got black and reds and whites. This is updated to near modern standards. Blacks, reds, and blues on white. I think this is a good comp. The outdoor shade, I've already addressed that. Got the hot water features. Hopefully my $150,000 budget will cover all of that. I need to up it. But really, this is just, telling us what we need to do in a really hasty budget. Going through due diligence, if this looks like this is something that we should make an offer on and go through due diligence, and I would find out what the true cost of those things are going to be, build out a full space plan, rehab budget, source everything we're going to buy, know what we're really getting into. But this is a comp, got 217 reviews. I think it's a guest favorite. You don't get that badge unless you're full-time short-term rental on Airbnb. Even though the calendar has no bookings on it, it's wide open. That's kind of crazy. This thing must book last minute all the time. They are blocking out anything after 3 months. They only allow bookings within a 3-month window. I wonder if AirDNA has picked up on that. And then we got a recency problem. So this guy is not booking a lot. He's been on Airbnb for a long time. So we get 217 views. Been on for a while. His pace of bookings is not like what we saw here. That's evident in the calendar and the review history. So I'm slightly concerned with the data integrity issue. You get no discount for long stays. It's just charging $2,000 a night at all times. Pretty much. $99 a night if I do Monday through Thursday. If I do Thursday through Sunday, it's $19.99. So he's not doing dynamic pricing. AirDNA thinks he's making, please, 200,000, 63% occupancy, which is way less than everyone above him. This is a tough call. I think I'm going to skip this one. This number might be right, but if I lack complete confidence, like I did with the first 3 we have on the list, I just tend to skip it. Could be good data, but could also not be. Airbnb could be thinking that those block dates are bookings. Clearly, they're just blocked dates. The guy's only allows bookings within 3 months, so that could be fooling AirDNA's algorithms. So I'm just not going to take the chance. So far, this looks like a good comp. Love that accent wall with the blue lighting behind that big ass TV. That's great. Section that the girls can get ready in, I suppose. Bachelorette amenity going on there. Updated kitchen. This is a good comp. I like this. Offering a stock fridge. Good for you. It's a nice little coffee section. I like that. They staged the plates. I think I was mentioning that earlier, wasn't I? It's a pro tip, pro move. Put your plates up. Show people what a set table looks like if they're staying at your property. Got the hot water. You can get in and hang out. Wonder what their outdoor kitchen game is looking like. Renovation to modern standards, double queen. Fire pit seating, we already got that. Nice outdoor dining situation. I'm not seeing much of an outdoor kitchen, mini golf. Not seeing much of an outdoor kitchen situation here. Same situation as a subject property. Okay, we know what this guy needs to do to improve. It's doing pretty good. Could make a few improvements at the top of the list. So let's see. I believe the revenue, 66 reviews, guest favorite, good badge to have. Patchwork of block dates. Forward, that's good. September, 3 weeks ago, last month, month before last, we have recency, so check all the boxes there. I do believe this is a full-time short-term rental, and the calendar is opened up for at least a year out, it looks like. Yep. Okay, so we're good there. This is compliment before. Just need to find one more. We are almost there. I know this is tedious, but this is much better than losing money on a bad decision. Pretty good sized backyard. Inside of the house is comparable at first glance. Let's click and dive a little deeper, see what we're working with here. So far it's comparable. It's rip-offable and duplicatable. Kitchen's a bit bigger, but it's okay. Kitchen's not small. We got the island, opens up into the family room. It's got decent staging, decent design. Not a huge fan of the photography. Like the lens or something is just not as great as other lenses that we were looking at in other properties. I think the design is okay. The dark blues on the whites with the green. Blue on white, I'm not mad about it. I just think this camera didn't capture it very well. Not the best lens. Outdoor, covered seating, water, mini golf. Are we seeing some trends here, people? Are we learning what it takes to make money in this market, to make the most money? This is definitely a con. And I don't think that we learned anything new. I think we now have a good sample of properties to tell us what revenue is possible and what we need to do to get that revenue. Now let's go back to the commercial properties. All right, so in order, these properties are making $183,000 to $250,000. I think we identified the reasons why, just going through them and what you need to do to make that $250,000. Okay, I am going to put my target. I call this Trevor's target at $250,000 because I want to be the top producing property in this market. If I'm going to buy this house, I'm going to be the top property, or I'm not going to buy it. All right, let's see if it makes sense. I think cleaning costs are going to consume 15% of my revenue. I think repairs, maintenance, and utilities, i.e. your variable expenses, I think they're going to consume 2.2 months of revenue annually. I think my management fee is 15%. That's 48% operational expense. What does that mean? That means your cleaning fees are $37,000 that get subtracted from this $250,000. Your variable expenses, $45,000. Your management fee, $37,500. Your net operating income, $130,000 a year, on average $10,000 per month. Did not put notes in all of these. I kind of just spoke out loud. So if I didn't put notes, I'm going to delete that. This is a template, so I'm constantly using it and overriding what I did. Now let's go to the occupancy section, because this is one crucial part. We've got a pretty solid list of what we need to do, right? What improvements we need to make to this property to get to that 250 mark. And we're going to check cash flows in a minute, bear with me, but I want to check occupancy because that's also very important. You determine your occupancy and then you build a design around that. So let's see, what is the subject property doing in terms of occupancy? Let's start with what's already being done. Okay, it's got 5 bedrooms, 8 beds, 16 guests, 16 plus. Now, if you want to find out exactly how many it sleeps, usually you got to go into the About This Space section and see if it says we sleep 20. This does not say that. I'm not reading all of that. There's no way you're going to get me to do that at this point. Maybe if I put an offer in on it and we get into due diligence and I'll really read all this, but I just want to know if I should take the next steps with this property, which is on the market for sale right now. So I'm just going to go with 16 because it does not specify if it's 16 or if it's 16 above 16. So 16 guests, 8 beds, 5 bedrooms. 5 bedrooms, 8 beds, 16 guests. So there's 50% of a bed for every occupant in this property. This is what most people do, right? If you do better than most people, if you provide better, you'll do better. And I am pretty confident I'm about to show you that. Having not underwritten this property, at least not in a long time, I have underwritten it before, to be honest. So it helps me go through this a little faster. I haven't seen this property before. This is a new one, at least on my radar. I love this property. And it's only a 3-bedroom. Guys, the top performing property in this list is a 3-bedroom. Do you see how important the backyard is? All right. I have yet to prove the occupancy rule that I'm pretty confident I will prove to you as we go through these comps, but like, holy backyard. That's why I want to dump so much money into the backyard. Okay. So we got 3 bedrooms, 5 beds, 10 guests. Let's see what this guy's doing for occupancy. You know what else this tells me? I could sacrifice a bedroom and make it like a game room or a hangout room, provide more entertainment amenities for the people that stay there, and have 4 beds, 3 bath. That might actually be a determinant that I should go with this property and then I buy it. I'm glad I have that option. But I got a lot of square footage inside this house to work with, and 3 bathrooms, which is way better than 2, which is what most homes offer. It's just 2. 4 beds, 2 bath, right? 8 beds, 10 guests. So here's my occupancy, right? This guy only has 2 bathrooms. That kind of sucks for large groups, okay? Even like 10 people in a house, 2 bathrooms is not quite enough, right? If you have a family of 4 and 2 bathrooms is okay, and then when you have guests over, it's still okay. If you throw a party, it sucks, right? 10 guests, 2 bathrooms, kind of sucks, but this guy's still making bank. He is offering, really great amenities and then lots of beds for his guests, all right? So if we got 4, 8, 10, 4 bedrooms, 8 beds, 10 guests. So every guest gets 80% of a bed, right? So now you can accommodate more groups of 10. Imagine if you have 10 guests coming, okay, and 2 of them are couples. They will sleep in the same bed. That's 2 beds. Then you got 6 individuals that do not want to share a bed with anybody. How many beds do you need? 8. If you have less than 8 beds, you cannot accommodate this group. This guy is getting all of the groups, the larger groups that have a lot of people that want their own bed to sleep in. Okay? Pro trick. So I think 16 is a good number to host in terms of occupancy, but we need to up that bed count to at least 12 and get to 75% of a bed per guest. All right? Increase occupancy. Now there's ways that you can do this. You don't just need, more actual beds. You can have trundles that pull out from underneath of existing beds. You can have rollaway beds that are just folded up and stashed in closets. Those are fine. Those will accommodate those larger groups because there's always some dude or some kids that are perfectly fine with sleeping on a rollaway. In fact, probably the first time they do it, they'll be a little excited about it. Okay, so this is not going to be a huge expense. I'm going to call this $1,500 tops to increase the occupancy. Going through occupancy, that's right. So this is 4, 8, 10.